We made it, guys. We made it. Married at First Sight, UK, Season 9, Episode 35. The Reunion. And I think the final episode. You never know. There could be more that just fall from the sky. It's quite a long series, isn't it? Anyway, I'm sure they're all this long. I'm just not paying attention. So here we are, final episode, final dinner party. And the couples and those who are no longer in couples are slowly gathering to feast upon each other. Now, we have some interesting openings. We have Sasha and Ross, and Sasha saying, oh yeah, me and Ross, we're still together. We've had some terrible rows, but we're still together. Which, of course, she makes the rows sound really awful, and I do wonder whether she's just saying that as if she's kind of hoping that we will not pay attention to that, or whether she wants attention on the fact that the rows are actually quite bad.
Can't pretend that things have been perfect. We're both sorry, and we've had some huge rows. But we've really done everything we can to make it work, and me and Ross are still very much in love.
And then we have Adam, who says that since him and Polly kind of, broke up at the altar, she's been going online, posting videos about him. He says he doesn't actually name him, but he says he's pretty sure it is him she's referring to. Videos about him going into group chats, making snarky comments about him all online, and he wants to address that because it has to stop. I completely understand that, although Polly, of course, still blames Adam for everything.
Done nothing wrong, but Polly's been making loads of online videos about exes and past relationships that are blatantly aimed at me. She's been doing a lot of digs at me in group chats and stuff. She wants to be my enemy, try and make me look like an idiot, and I'm not here for it.
I feel like I do need an apology from Adam for what happened during our relationship. I have tried to reach out since the experiment finished, and his responses to me have just been very cold, very rude. But I do think Adam needs to take some accountability because he thinks the sun shines out of his arse.
And then we have Luke getting ready to see Amy and hopeful that he will actually be able to rekindle things with Amy. I think he might be being a bit unrealistic.
I have thought a lot about Amy since leaving the experiment. There's a lot of feelings for her, and those feelings are very difficult to erase. But I haven't given up. We have stayed in touch. In fact, it was her birthday, and I sent her a little brooch of a turtle to remind her of the memories we had in the honeymoon. And I'm hoping that if Amy wears it today, perhaps that is a sign that we can rekindle things. In an ideal world, she'd put her tongue down my neck and we just have a lovely, passionate kiss. In an ideal world, that's what I want to do.
As they arrive, Sasha and Ross tell the first lot that are there that, Sasha says, Ross now lives with me in Manchester and he sees Blue at the weekends. And the experts are amazed. Oh my goodness. But guys, isn't this what you were hoping for with all the couples, that they'd live together because they're married and have a normal married life? And they're married. Wow, I can't believe it, say the experts, even though that was the whole purpose of the show. Then we have Polly arriving and telling everyone that basically what happened is all Adam's fault. And I think that's not really fair, Polly. Come on, it wasn't all Adam's fault. You can't blame him for everything. But yeah, then we have the experts looking into Polly and questioning why she keeps reaching out to Adam. And they make some good points, to be fair.
I mean, there's a lot to unpack there because, first is I feel like we're right back to where we left with Polly. That is, I've reached out to him several times. Why?
Why do you keep doing that?
Why? He is not responding back in a positive way. What's the point, Ann?
I think for Polly, she's always held out hope. But I think there has to come a point where you say enough is enough.
Shannon arrives, and out of the blue, Nathan asks her, so did Stephen ask you on a date? A nice direct question to which she has to admit, yes, he did, and she clears that up, and I'm glad about that, because I remember at that last tempestuous meeting with the girls and stuff, there was a bit of kind of muddiness over whether it had actually happened, but now we know it did.
You're going for a date at some point, and I was like, I'm not dating just now, not for me. And he was like, well, what if?
Was that I'm not dating, or I'm not dating for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stephen continuing to shoot his shots.
Yeah.
Oh.
Even after the game. He's shooting shots after the game has ended.
Yeah.
Oh,
I completely missed the goal by the look of it.
Oh my gosh.
And then Christina, she's our first walkout thus far because Kieran arrived and Christina's emotional seeing him and they're talking about their marriage and Kieran can't really come up with much to say. He says he's numb, he says he doesn't know what to say, and I think she's expecting him to say something really positive about their relationship that is now gone, but he can't, and so she gets very upset about that and she exits. I just think, you know, Christina, you knew at the end that he was just making excuses to not be with you. So, you know, you're really going to have to be strong, move on, and find another guy who is also, what is he? A circus performer who lives in a log cabin with a Rottweiler and is also a mechanic. They're everywhere.
Seeing Kieran, it just killed me. I didn't think I was going to be like this. I didn't think I was going to be upset. It's just brought back so much emotion, so many feelings.
What's he said?
I don't know, I just feel like he just doesn't care.
Yeah.
He just said, like, I feel numb. He didn't want me. And that's a hard pill to swallow.
Adam has arrived at the reunion dinner party and proceeds to tell the guys about how bad things have been between him and Polly. Specifically, goes into detail about, you know, text messages, the chat groups that they've started, online stuff, and he also mentions Instagram and admits that he's had to block her on Instagram because she was apparently taking photos of the stuff he was posting on Instagram, posting it elsewhere and belittling him. So to me, that sounds like the beginnings of stalking, you know, doing that kind of thing. And the experts watching are utterly useless. Rather than saying, that sounds like questionable behaviour from Polly, she should really stop that because it could be a form of stalking. It could be a form of, you know, just being, you know, unusually interested in someone else's life, and that's not correct, not right. They just go, yes, well, it's obviously Polly's still craving the intimacy she had with Adam. Look, she's obviously obsessed. That's the problem. She's obsessed. That's not craving intimacy. That's just craving lunacy. It's madness what she's woman. Just leave him alone. You just have to accept the fact that it's done and dusted. You can't be, you know, shadowing him everywhere he goes. And otherwise, one day she'll just end up standing on his doorstep, you know, with something in her hand that is sharp and metal. You know what I mean? Anyway. So basically he admits that, and I feel for the guy, because no one wants to be in that position. They really, really don't.
Bad. Was it right? Didn't really agree with what she was saying. Calling me fake and a liar, and I led her on and stuff, which I don't think I did. I don't think no one else here thinks I did. You know what I mean? Sort of bickering with me at the end as well. And I just walked off.
Have you spoke since?
We spoke on text once and we just ended up bickering. It's just boring, like I'm over it. Like, I'm completely over it, but she just don't stop talking about me and like digging at me and stuff. There's been about 5 times in the group chat where I've literally just been like, I'm going to leave in a minute because like I'm going to end up saying something I regret. It's like some little vendetta against me.
This chat thing, I think, is interesting because we see this year after year, where what ends up happening is they leave the experiment, but then they form these chat groups with each other. And that's where rumor and further friction begins.
And then it spills over into the reunion. And we're going to see it tonight.
Yes.
Just little comments like, I would be peaceful with him if he was respectful. So she's saying I'm disrespectful. It's like, how am I disrespectful?
Oh, I don't know. I feel sick. I need to stop looking at him. There's just such an expectation of what I want to happen tonight, and I just don't think for him to just pull me and have a chat and just be like, right, we're fine. But like, I just don't feel like he will, because like, he feels that he's got nothing to apologise for.
She's been doing like social media posts, like blatantly aired at me, and there's an Instagram post of that narcissist and stuff. I've had to block her. She don't know. I'm not having me feeling like every time I post something, she's going to screenshot it and send it to her mates, being like, oh my god, what a prick.
Is that what's happened?
Why? That's what she's been doing.
Really?
She's been taking pictures of my thing going, it's embarrassing.
think for Polly, the more she keeps this conflict alive, it's like a form of intimacy, isn't it? Where the partner doesn't want you, but actually if you keep the conflict going, there's something exciting that just keeps happening in the space. And it's more than what she was going to get from him anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
Some attention's better than none.
And none.
Even if it's bad.
Yeah.
Then we have this moment where Holly relays a story to Shannon. She says that apparently Alex told her that Hannah said, when she found out that Holly had a child, she said, oh, I hope that child doesn't grow up to be anything like Holly because it will be a nightmare, or something like that. And of course, Holly wants that brought up tonight. We need to talk about that. And I kind of thought, did she really say that? I mean, I don't know. Maybe she did. She can be quite vindictive, Hannah. But at the same time, Holly is also really vindictive. And when they gang up on Hannah, they encourage that kind of behaviour from her. They encourage that response from her because they treat her so badly.
I promised you won't say anything, and I was like, right, okay. And he said, Hannah's been talking about you to me, saying some things, and she turned around and said, Holly's daughter's a carbon copy of her. God help her, she turns out like a mother. Now, the way I see it is, that's my fucking child.
Oh.
And I'm an amazing mother.
Yes, I know you are.
I really want that comment to be brought up because she's my child and anyone speaks about my children.
Yeah, but she ain't going to bring it up.
Is she going to come in with something like that?
She ain't going to bring it up.
Let's be honest.
And then, of course, speak of the devil, Hannah arrives with Ryan. They are now a couple. She walks in with Ryan triumphantly and says, this one's next to me, he's strong, he's going to be supportive. So we'll see now what kind of reaction we're going to get. The reaction wasn't great. But you know what? Ryan was not attached to Shannon anymore. Hannah was not attached to Stephen anymore. So they can both date whoever they want to date, regardless of what Holly and Polly may say.
Oh, wow.
Look at these two.
Hannah and Ryan.
What the fuck?
So I jumped the gun a bit there, guys. Hannah says that apparently her and Ryan are not an item, they're not dating. They're just really good friends. And she wanted to come in with him so she didn't get as much verbal abuse entering the room as she did last time. Now, Kieran does say to Ryan, you're still married to Shannon, so you really need to tell her about this. And I didn't know that was the case because I thought, from what I've been told, they don't actually get married. They don't actually get married properly until the final vow ceremony that was yesterday, wasn't it? Then I thought they were married properly after that, but I'm a bit confused. But anyway, that's what he says. So basically, you know, it's not great. Hannah stirs up Polly and Holly again and then starts flirting with Orson. So nothing new there. Same old is what she did last time.
No, she didn't.
Right, elephant in the fucking room. What's going on?
Nothing's happened. We're really good friends. For me, he said last time I walked into a room full of people in this room, I got absolutely verbally abused and attacked.
Wow.
Is that aimed at me?
A few people, yeah.
Here we go. Hannah's been here 2 minutes. She's already making comments to try and piss me off. Like, what is your problem with me? Every time I see her, she just makes sly remarks. Why make a comment aimed at me straight away, though? Like, it's a bit embarrassing. I told you that was going to happen.
Like, guys, I'm not being funny. It's been the same situations over and over again. Are we fucking surprised?
I would imagine that they've come in together to support one another, but they really do know how to ruffle feathers.
Have you spoken to Shannon? No, have you not? Don't think you should probably go and speak to her? I'm chilled, Kieran. You are married to Shannon. Yeah, I know. You owe that respect of a conversation like, look, dude, you're a man. No, I understand that, but I don't owe her anything. I just think sometimes distance is better to keep.
And now we come to perhaps the most shocking part of the show thus far, and also the most disappointing. So Adam tells everyone that he sent Amy a birthday present for her birthday. And the birthday present was a brooch of a turtle. And he said to everyone, if she comes in tonight wearing the turtle brooch, I will assume that she's interested in me and wants to perhaps reconcile. Now, Amy arrives and she's all adamant, wants nothing to do with Luke, and she's not wearing the turtle brooch. And Luke's disappointed and blah, blah, blah. Then she sits down with everyone and talks about the turtle brooch. And Adam belittles Luke for what he thought would happen. The girls are a bit indifferent about it. But then she says he wrote this note, and the note said, you know, hope we can reconcile, blah, blah, blah. I'm happy for what we had, and I have no regrets. And then apparently he put a PS on the note that said, PS, I do have one regret, and it is that on that day in the kitchen, I didn't terrorise your bumhole. Now, if he really did write that, that is creepy. And I'm not surprised she feels the way she does, because that's not on. That's really awful. I mean, I shuddered at that. I just thought... But what made it really funny was that Emma, who's there, Emma, our favourite person in the show, says, did you say televise your bumhole? She would say that. Brilliant. Oh, Emma. Last time it was the Ford Transit van. Now it's televise your bumhole. Who the hell would want to see that? Who would want to tune into a programme where someone's bumhole is televised? I think, anyway, maybe that's Emma's idea for her own special TV show she wants to pitch to Channel 5. I don't know, but anyway. If what she says is true, incredibly disappointed. And Luke, you're incredibly disappointing, because you should know never to say such a horrid, scary, creepy thing. I'm not surprised Amy ran a mile if that's what he was really like. But this is the only time they've actually revealed this to us, and it's, yeah, terrible.
I'm not wearing the brooch tonight. I feel like I said what I needed to say at final vows, and him dragging this on is just absolutely nuts. I do not want to have a conversation with him.
It's Amy.
That's
Oh, she looks stunning.
With no brooch on.
No brooch. No brooch.
Yeah. Sad. His dreams were just crushed right there. Yeah.
Oh, look at you! You are incredible! You are the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, Amy looks amazing. I mean, I don't know why I'm so lucky to have had her, but there's no brooch, unfortunately. So, yeah, not the best case scenario.
You look lovely too.
Hello, girl. You okay? Good. Are you okay?
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Any tattoo?
Yeah.
You want to level
You good?
Yeah, good.
Catch up.
Yeah.
Cold embrace on Amy's part. There's nothing left there.
I was expecting you to have a little
Oh, fuck off.
I was expecting you to have a little turtle on your chest. Where's the turtle?
There's absolutely no fucking way I'm wearing a turtle
He
on
was
his
like,
chest.
I bought a load of press.
Yeah, what does he say?
Basically, if she walks in with a turtle on her chest, it means the door's open a little bit.
No, it doesn't mean that it's
That's what
open
she
a little
said.
bit.
Are you completely closed off?
100%, yeah. I mean, I couldn't have put it any clearer in final vows. I'm really confused.
I've received a box in the post for my birthday. It had a letter in it, a turtle badge, and in the letter it just basically said, like, I've been thinking about you, I miss you, I miss waking up next to you, I miss laughing with you.
Of course he does.
So at the end, it said, like, keep slaying, no regrets, and then it said, actually, I just have one regret. When you was in the kitchen cooking, I wish I'd have got down on my knees and terrorised your bumhole.
Oh, you did not.
Oh, God. What? That's inappropriate. Yeah.
And then after that, he said, P.S. write to me, I'd like that.
I'd like you to what? Televise your bumhole?
Terrorise.
Terrorise your bumhole.
feel like I'm looking like a dickhead being mean. But I'm sick of it. And that's why at Final Vows I just thought, fuck this.
I think the thing is, if Luke wants to win back Amy, then he hasn't gone about it the right way. You know, she's made it very clear that she doesn't like that kind of sexual language.
Absolutely. Again, yet another example of him just not listening to her.
Amy and Luke are sitting next to each other, of course, at the dinner table, and they do a bit of catching up. And Amy basically reinforces to Luke that there's no way it's ever going to be started up again, and Luke is very crestfallen. And the experts start to feel sorry for him. And I think, but after what Amy revealed previously, should we feel that sorry for Luke if he is as crude as Amy said he was? Then surely we can understand why she wouldn't want to be with him. Because bear in mind, guys, all the stuff we've seen thus far with Luke and his lewd comments haven't been that lewd. They've been like, oh, I think we should get some exercise. I mean, it's been very PG kind of carry on sort of, vibe. It hasn't been as crude as what Amy just revealed. So I'm not surprised at all that she wouldn't want anything to do with him now. I think he just needs a different kind of woman who maybe wants that kind of thing, I guess. That's all very weird. I don't feel sorry for him now, sorry. I just think, if like I say, if what she said is true, I don't. Then, of course, it's time for our annual Polly and Adam explosion, which, these last few episodes haven't been complete without them. So Hannah asks them if they've been speaking, and so does Emma, and it leads into a huge argument, a huge row. Adam gets really graphic and really angry, and she throws the wine over him, as we saw in last night's trailer, calls him the C word again. It just goes off. I mean, it's just awful, guys. This is, I think, of all the Polly and Adam rows we've had thus far, this is a solid number one. It beats all the other ones. It's mean, nasty, horrid, a little bit funny, raw, gross, everything you could possibly wish for in a Polly and Adam special Married at First Sight moment.
Have you spoken yet? Or not?
Right.
Yeah.
Can you see yourself getting to a point where you can be friends and you can be amicable and you just move on, or are you quite happy to just not?
I've been willing to get to that point for quite a long time, and it's what?
Say it, Adam. Say it.
What do you mean? What?
Are you mad?
Are you actually joking?
I've heard you've been putting Instagram posts about me.
What's made you think that they're about
I've heard you've been putting up social media posts about me.
Because they're related.
I've heard you've been digging me out in the group chat. Heard that you're putting up my social media into the girls group chat.
Because I got sent it.
Calling it embarrassing. That I ain't spoke about you and bitched about you because I'm mature.
But why?
I'm mature.
Are you
You're not
fucking
mature.
joking?
Back off, man.
Don't sit here
Not
and
here
say that
for
you're
it.
mature, because you're not.
Okay.
That is embarrassing.
Why are you digging me?
Because I want to.
Fucking mature, mate!
Every time I spoke to you, Adam, you spoke to me like a piece of shit.
Polly,
So don't
everyone.
fucking come and say to me that I'm immature.
And here comes the point scoring.
You're here listening to each other.
I do. I listen to everyone.
No, you fucking don't. You'd listen to your own voice if it was on record.
Do you know how many people have told me not to bite to the bullshit she's putting in the group chat? Have I bit? No.
Adam, she hasn't actually put anything in there to make you
I
bite,
didn't speak in that group chat yesterday, and she put, I
I'll
would be
always be
peaceful
nice
with
to someone
Adam
who's respectful.
if he was respectful.
No, I
She's saying
didn't
I'm not
say your
respect-
name.
4 people
I
messaged
did
me and
not
goes, why
say
she
your
put
name.
that?
But you were replying to what he said, though. You just replying
You
to what
weren't
he
even
said.
involved in the fucking conversation at the time.
Francis, why are you bringing me into it?
You brought yourself into it, you fucking idiot.
Yeah, the parents packing
Came
in,
into that
man.
conversation halfway through and replied to that message because you again thought it was about
Polly,
you.
take a breather. Come on.
I was going to switch seats.
He's a fucking idiot.
Fucking bullshit. Fucking sick.
There's been no progress. There's still name calling. They're still going below the belt. Nothing's changed here.
What are you looking at?
I wasn't looking at you, you fucking idiot. I was looking at Shannon.
Yeah, why-
Don't
why
stop.
though?
What do you
Why
mean,
though?
Why? Am I not allowed to look at someone?
Why are you bitching
Why
about
does it bother you so much? Because I found one of your posts embarrassing, so I shared it with my
It doesn't
mates.
bother me.
So what?
Why are you bitching
Why
about
does it
someone
bother you
that doesn't
so
want
much?
you?
Because I fucking want to.
Why though?
Because I can, because I want to. What other answer do you want?
Mature.
What other answer do you want?
Mature.
Right. To be honest, between the both of you, I don't know how the fuck has lasted till our renewal.
Well, apparently, me and Polly were having sex for the whole time.
No, I said we were having sex up until about 3 or 4 weeks before we left.
We had sex
sex 3 times for 10 weeks.
Don't. I've got it on my phone because I tracked it with my periods, Adam. Don't.
We had sex 3 weeks before. We did not have sex after the second, maybe 3rd week.
Yes, we did. Are you actually fucking all right?
This is really getting to that uncomfortable stage.
You used to lie in bed and go, why wouldn't you fuck me? You used to moan like a child.
Fuck you! You fucking prick.
Oh.
You are a fucking no good cunt.
Polly returns to the dinner table, and to be fair, she does apologise to Adam, but Adam's indifferent. You're not going to get Adam back now. Adam's gone beyond the brink, and I think that's it. I think he's done. Polly was perhaps not done. I think she always yearned for Adam to kind of take her back, but he's clearly really now absolutely not in the Polly zone. So he didn't really accept her apology. He just kind of grinned to himself, and he's probably never going to speak to her again after this. But it is what it is, isn't it? We all saw it coming, and maybe that final explosion there is the denouement, the end of this particular relationship forever and ever.
And I am actually really sorry.
Good girl.
Just draw a line and be civil.
I just think that was, and I know what I done was wrong, and I shouldn't have done that.
You just reacted to a comment. I've just done something that's
fucking really below the belt from him.
You've got feelings, you're human. You've got feelings.
He's so don't get feeling, I mean.
Do you know what, Paul?
That's what I'm getting upset about, because I just think I've done everything that I didn't want to do.
I'm really pleased that Polly was able to do that. Take a little bit of accountability, make an apology. You know, it's showing at least some acknowledgement that she's crossed that line.
I think you both need to knock it on the head now, if I'm honest.
Then we have Kieran admitting that he has dated someone else, which of course upsets Christina. He only dated them for 2 weeks, and the reason he gives for breaking up with that person is he didn't have the time. And we all know that it must have been a really deep, serious, loving relationship if the reason he broke up with the woman is he didn't have the time. You know, because if you love someone, but you don't have the time, then of course you have to dump them. That's the way life works. And yes, I am being facetious, because of course we all know if you love someone, you make time for them. But clearly not if you're Kieran. But anyway, there we go.
I dated someone for a couple of weeks, but I just didn't have time for her. And that's why I ended it, because I was like...
Yeah.
So you obviously felt like you were ready to and you were looking.
I wasn't looking, I got introduced to her.
Do you feel like that's why you weren't, like, talking to me? Because you were dating somebody else?
No, not at all. Because I was only dating her for 2-3 weeks. But I was like, I'm not ready to be dating anyone.
Have you dated Steve?
Haven't been on one day.
You're gonna find somebody amazing.
You will. The right person is for
you.
you.
You need that.
Right now, all she wants is the man right next to her.
And then we have that moment that Holly threatened earlier on, guys. She confronts Hannah about the comment Hannah allegedly made about her daughter. I hope you're keeping up with this. She says, Holly said that Alex said that Hannah said, you still with me? That if Holly's daughter turned out anything like Holly, it would be a disaster or whatever. And then Hannah says, I didn't actually say that. I said, you know, something, I can't even remember what I'm confused now. But anyway, surprise, surprise, it leads to a massive argument. Which is strange, because Holly is normally so calm and so accepting and so controlled in these situations, as if. So they go off on each other, they both get up, storming, get out, F off, F you, blah, blah, blah. You saw it coming, everyone. So I don't know where we'll go next.
Yeah, do you know what, Hannah? It's just, I think I've got something on my head that's really upset me. Alex come to me about a comment that was made about my daughter from yourselves.
What did I say?
Holly's daughter is a carbon copy of her. God help her, she turns out like a mother.
I don't remember saying that.
Okay. Say whatever you want to me, because I'm a big woman, I can take that shit.
Okay, I think what I probably did say, and I'll say it to your face, is the way that I was treated on girls' night and the insults that were called to me, would you be okay with your daughter being spoken to the way that I was spoken to?
Hannah, never, ever, ever speak about my child or children. That is one subject you will never want to walk down that lane with.
I genuinely don't think
Let me just... Don't ever fucking do it. You have been treated the way you have by me because of your own actions.
You made me feel like a piece of shit, Holly.
Because you deserved it. Do not ever betray me to be a bad woman for telling you about yourself when you brought it on yourself.
You're all right. I walked in and you looked me up and down and said, look what the cat dragged in.
Oh man, this is about to be war.
Yeah. This has been a historical issue between the two of them, and it feels like it's now come to a head.
Hannah, for the girls' day, you were sitting there a little bit smug, saying I've been meeting up with Ryan.
I did not say it like that.
You did.
I did not.
I don't want to argue with you.
Fuck off, man.
I just said to you.
You're just switch.
I just said to you, I was cool with you.
Hannah, listen to me. Listen to me. Because I feel like you haven't got an understanding. Are you going to listen to me or are you going to sit there rolling your fucking
honestly,
legs?
like, you lot, man.
Hannah, I'm trying to talk to you.
Yeah, but you're all fucking screaming at me.
Who the fuck are you talking to?
Stop raising
Who are you
your
talking
voice
to?
I swear. You're just screaming at me 24/7.
Get off your pedestal, you
I'm on a fucking pedestal, but stop yelling
you
at me.
You disrespectful little bitch, that's what you are.
Oh,
I'm fuming.
I was wrong, guys. Okay, there's another episode tomorrow night. I thought tonight's episode was the final episode because it was a reunion dinner party and they'd done all their vow stuff yesterday. I thought that was it, but I'm wrong. They have the final commitment ceremony tomorrow night. So that will be the moment where they decide if they're actually going to be married and the experts will analyse them. I mean, they say they're experts, but this series has proven that they really are not very expert at what they do, because almost zero of the couples they put together are staying together. We had the yellow envelope thing come out, of course, questions asked, and Ryan was asked if he had anything to say about how things ended with Shannon. He's got nothing to say. He just literally just says nothing. He will not say a word. So it remains a mystery as to how that actually all fell apart.
Absolutely nothing.
Gorge.
Gorge. Ryan, come on, mate.
Wow. Come on, if you got anything to say, bro, just say it. This is the time. Nothing.
I don't need anything.
He's clearly very hurt and doesn't want to articulate how he's feeling to Shannon or the group, which is a real shame because he has a real opportunity here.
But the upshot here is that Shannon is saying she's feeling strong. She's feeling empowered and ready to move on. So that's good that she's been able to heal from this and come out stronger.
Then we have Casper admitting that he wishes he had left a week earlier with him and Emma because he said that final week kind of pushed them into more bickering and more unfriendliness. And then Emma spoke about their relationship, and she did have a bit of a mic drop moment, actually. I thought Emma had some really great things to say that were quite touching and made everyone think. Once again, Emma's stealing the show, I think, tonight. She's a really good lesson to everyone else there on how you can put things in a really succinct and eloquent way without being really, really rude and loud, which I thought was really good. So well done, Emma.
Like, me and Emma worked really, really hard, right? And genuinely, those 3-4 days before we left, we got the tetchiest and most awkward and most, like, not ourselves around each other. I wish we hadn't had those last few days. And we'd left it slightly better than we did.
Okay. I wish your biggest regret wasn't to leave a week earlier. You wrote me off within 24 hours of meeting me. And I wish you'd have had a broader mind from week one, from day one really, of the issues that you had with me.
Fuck that! I'm not asking that question. How would you score me out of 10 as a husband and why?
Say it, girl. Well, on a score of 1 to 10, I would say I would score you as a 4.
Oh wow, that's generous.
4. Like, you're a kind guy, you're a nice guy, but I think you were a terrible husband. No, you're an alright husband to me. So I score you a 4. That's 4 out of 10. You could have done a lot better. But yeah, as a wife to you, I wasn't also great as a wife. So.
I fucking love that.
Orson was asked who he'd pick out of everyone assembled to, meet him down the aisle if he could do it again, and he picked Emma. So I thought it was a nice choice. Well done, Orson, and that was well received, and rightly so.
Maybe Emma.
I feel privileged.
Oh yes, Emma!
I think, like I said, I really like Emma, so I've already gone over that. Right, then we have Polly and Adam. Of course, we have to have more with them, but yeah, in a more sober and a more calm moment, being asked, Polly asking Adam, were you ever into me? And him saying it, not to start off with, but eventually yes, and what put him off. And then him having to ask her, how do you feel about me now? And of course, she says what you'd expect her to say.
From the start, I wasn't into you. The more we got to know each other, I started feeling a connection. But as we got to know each other more, there was more things that, I wasn't feeling. There was a lot of things that you were doing and saying that wasn't a bit of me. That's when I told you that I'm not feeling it. Simple as that. I gave it 100%. What else is to say?
So long story short, no.
How do you feel about me now?
Right now, I am really genuinely upset that we are in the position that we're in. I hope that we would never be in this position, considering that we were so close at one point and we were really, really solid. And it is a shame that we are where we are now. I'm just upset. I feel resentful, I feel hurt, and I don't feel good about you right now.
And then we ended it with Amy and Luke having their moment where, why do you think our marriage failed? And Luke has to answer that. And then Amy has to ask, was there ever a point where you thought it could work? And she responds, and again, I think we're supposed to feel sorry for them, but, well, Luke, anyway, we certainly did last night, but after that crazy comment, I just think, I don't. And thankfully, they're going to address the crazy comment tomorrow night. They're actually going to ask Luke, did he actually say that? Did he actually say, I'm going to terrorise your you-know-what in that note? And we're going to hear him respond to that. I mean, can you imagine being asked a question like that in public, in front of people, saying, did you write this to your wife at the time? This crude... I mean, how embarrassing is that? I wonder what he's going to say.
I think maybe we never really understood each other from the beginning. I think my dishonesty in certain things, when I lied about certain things, and then it became really difficult to know what's true and what's not true. I did hurt our trust badly, and that affected it. And also the fact that we always misunderstood each other, perhaps, from the beginning. Otherwise, I think maybe without those things and maybe all the other things, I think we would have got really close.
Thank you for owning that.
Well said, Luke. Really nicely said, mate.
That's good. That's good.
Was there ever a point where you thought our marriage could work?
Yeah, there was actually. Obviously, find you attractive. We really got on, and then we got into a saying, didn't we? I just want 2 good days, because when we're good, we're really good, and then it went downhill again, so, yeah.
was really nice, guys. I just want to say that was really, really nice.
Thank you.
Well done, guys.
Anyway, guys, what did you make of tonight's episode? Did you enjoy it? Write your comments below. Make sure your comments are really loud, really kind of bullish, full of profanity, because, of course, that's the example we've seen tonight. And as we've seen tonight, it really goes a long way and helps promote peace in general. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you later. Tomorrow, in fact. Good night.